Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Scott and this is Grassroots NASCAR Racing. Today we're going to be doing a BAT auction review. This is number 4. This is going to be kind of a quick one. Just got so much stuff going on right now, so a little busy, but we're going to dive into auction review number 3, see what that car went for and who was our big winner, and then we will dive into today's car. So let's take a look. Alright, so this was auction review number 3, the Cale Yarborough Oldsmobile Cutlass, and it went for $56,000. Look at that. So 56 grand, that's a little lower than I thought, but that's a good price for that car. Good price. Let's see who the winner was. These are the comments, and this guy right here, Scott Hall 756, with an exact guess of 56,000. Look at that. That's our first dead-on guess. So, what happens in Price is Right when you guess the exact price? Don't you get like an extra $1,000 or something like that? I forget what it was. It's been so long since I've watched that show, but good job, Scott Hall. So, if you want to get in contact with me, my email is in the video description below. Just shoot me an email, and I will hook you up with a little prize. So let's take a look at today's car. Today's car, 2001 Ford Taurus, NASCAR race car. Now I love the paint job of this car. This car just looks beautiful to me. The red, white, and blue paint job, it looks so good. It was always a great looking car back in the day. This is the early Ford Taurus, or actually a little later. It's a good looking car though. Now this one was run by Jeremy Mayfield and Mike Wallace in the 2001 season, and this one actually sold back in March on Bring a Trailer. And if I remember right, actually let's go back and look. I think it sold for like 45,000. Do they have it on here? Yeah, there it is right there. Sold for 45,000. So now we know kind of what it's going to sell for. That's going to help us in our guess. But you got to remember, the guy who's selling this, he was the high bidder, and he's not going to be competing now. So we'll see if it goes for more than 45 or under. I'm going to probably guess a little under, but let's take a look at it. So this car was actually gifted to Mike Wallace at the end of the season. It's got a 358 4-speed and all the typical stuff that you'd expect to see. And nothing really, I read through this and there's nothing that really stands out in here. You know, it's just the typical stuff. Details include adjustable rear spoiler, headlight and taillight decals, Lexan windows. It's all kind of the same description, so we'll skip through that. Let's get down here to these pictures and check it out. He does have a few videos that help a little bit. But when we look at the pictures, it's got a few condition issues. It is a pretty complete car. And this was at a time when NASCAR was doing some crazy stuff with the aero. I wasn't a fan of it at the time, but now looking back, it's like, it's just strange to me. Like this bar across the top. Like, you go through all this work making these cars so aerodynamic, and then you put this crazy bar across the top to affect the air going over. And also on the rear spoiler, they had a lip that stuck out on the top of the rear spoiler. So, I mean, the airflow over this thing was just ridiculous at the time. I can't imagine. But looking at this picture, you can tell that the front valance is pretty banged up a little bit, and the side skirts are banged up a little bit, which isn't too big of a deal. You know, those can be replaced pretty easy. There you can see it again. Bent, sticking out right there. But you can see that bar across the top. Pretty cool. There's a few dents and dings. You can see right there, there's a dent right there. There's some paint scratched off the bottom there. And this crazy photo, this is a road right here. And if you watch some of the videos, you can see cars going back and forth. They just happen to catch this gigantic thing, whatever this is, cruising by. I might have retaken that photo. But yeah, you can see the dent right there. It looks like there might be a couple little ones around here. A little bit of paint chip there. Not too bad. Pretty good looking car. Some paint chipped right there. And maybe a few more tiny little dents here. There's your side skirt bent up a little bit. Oh yeah, you can see a dent right there, big time. And there goes my phone, sorry about that. But it's a pretty good looking car. I like it. We'll skip through some of these. Yep. Oh yeah, some dents along here on the B pillar. But it all looks really good. You know, it is a correct car. So anybody who's looking for one that doesn't need a lot of work, this would be a good one. There's that weird lip on the top of the spoiler. Now, you would want to clean this car up a little bit. It's kind of dirty, especially on the inside. It's very dusty. And these windows, it'd be good to take these windows out and polish them up. They are a little bit dirty and a little bit clouded. You can see on the side. See how that's kind of eh. It would look a lot better if those were cleaned up, for sure. But it's cool. It's got the correct side window in there with everything, you know, pop that out. That's cool. This is a super speedway car, Daytona, Talladega. It's a good looking car though. Mike Wallace. Ooh, man, I don't know what did that, but definitely want to replace this number on the driver door. Definitely need some new tires. Got some cracks all around that, but these aren't the original tires, L47, so came off car 47. Interior looks good. Got all your floor pieces down. Everything looks good. Got the tape on the center of the steering wheel. See, these bars are all dusty. It's all kind of dusty in there. But it's got like all these cables, you know, that would go to the telemetry boxes or whatever they had down there. I'm not sure what those would have gone to, but you can see down here where something would have been strapped down. If you guys know what would have been on that panel right there, let me know. It's a pretty cool looking, look at that right there. A big chunk of paint is peeling off inside. That's strange. It's just showing its age a little bit, but that's all right. Good office view right there. Yeah, I mean, it's got everything you need. What is this blue thing right here? I have no idea what that... Oh, it looks like it may be a jump box. I see like a plug-in right there to maybe recharge it. The red button to turn it on. This is probably a gauge. Yeah, I think that's like a jump box. That's strange. Very strange. Yeah, that all looks great. This is a cool car. I like it. I like how it still has the tethers. I always like the look of the tethers. There's some tags in there. I'm not sure what these are for. These two little panels here. Kind of strange. And what is this back here? Do you guys see that down there? Anybody know what that is? This is the piece that should be holding up the deck lid. I don't know why that's not attached. Yeah, you can see it laying down right there. Strange. Everything in the engine looks really good. I don't have anything to really point out there. There is a little bit of surface rust underneath, you can see here. But it's nothing too bad. So this is the fuel cell. Expires 6/22 Spire Motorsports. So they have put a newer fuel cell in here. And these Talladega backup car, complete service at HPD in 2001. Tells you the gears, 0 miles since service, ratios, there's your ratios. Daytona qualifying, 10 miles since rebuild. It's kind of cool to have those little tags on there. But anyway, that's a pretty cool car. I like it. I love the look of it. It's a great car. It's very complete, so it's not going to need a ton of work. Of course, have somebody qualified, go through it, you know, before you take it onto a track. It's being sold by a dealer in Maine, so remember transportation costs. You're gonna have to haul, you know, if I bought that, geez, it'd be what, 2,500 miles or something. That'd be quite a trip. But the car right now is at $25,000. It's got 3 days, so we still got a little bit of time. Yeah, so what do you guys think? That's a pretty cool car. I like it. I love the paint job. I love the red, white, and blue. It looks cool. It's a Taurus. It's not the coolest car, but it is a sharp looking race car, and I love the weird aero bits that are on top like that, so it's a neat one. Now, what is this thing gonna go for? I'm gonna guess probably lower than its original sale price. I'm gonna guess $37,500. That'll be mine. It is a complete car. It's a running, driving car. It's a good car for somebody who wants to get out on track and just have a little fun. So, and the body work that it needs isn't terrible. Some of that might be able to be taken care of by a PDR guy. You never know. But it's a pretty good car. It's a pretty neat one. So comment down below. Tell me what you think the car is going to sell for. Remember, Price is Right rules. Whoever's closest without going over. And we will see in 3 days what this goes for. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.